Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is what I call a waxing moon reading, and we are looking at what your sign, the sign in the title below, wants to look at increasing as the moon waxes towards the full moon. Bear in mind, we're just coming off the back of the new moon in Capricorn with a solar eclipse, and the effects of a solar eclipse can last up to 6 months. Now, I can say that this is a general reading. It's a specific question, what to increase. So if there are any roles, they could be reversed. But these are generally quite self-focused readings, quite based on the querent, based on the sign in the title below, because this is a bulk introduction to save time. And I'll put a timestamp in the description if you want to watch more than one to get past all my waffle, because you want to watch more than one. You want to look at your sun, your moon, and your rising sign, and maybe look at them through the filters of that, your outward personality, your inward emotions, and the person that you are becoming. So, with no further ado, I'll bring up the cards. Well, Aquarius, I'm rather seeing a theme in the readings that I've done for you recently, and it looks like that theme is coming to an end. What you are looking to increase with the waxing moon is using your skill, Three of Pentacles, and therefore getting recognized for your skill, to finally put a matter to rest with the Ten of Swords. But this is something that you do have to use your skill for, because notice the owl here on the Ten of Swords and the Oracle card Wisdom. But this is something that you begin. Be bold and make the first move. Now, by making that first move, very, very carefully considered, there's something that you learn by making that first move, because we've got the Three of Swords here, so it's something that makes you go, ouch, but it also makes you go, oh, on the, you know, on the second, you know, the first impact of the news is ouch, and then the second impact is, oh, but that means blah, 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 blah. So although it will feel a little bit ouchy to start off with, go for it. Go through that gateway, because there is something that gets revealed for you. This enables you to move on towards victory, and your victory is by maybe restraining yourself from cutting things out and cutting people out. It's like this King of Swords here. Yeah, he's holding his sword in front of himself, but it's more like, yeah, I've got a sword. Look, I can use it if you want. But it's cold, it's miserable, it's cold. I would rather be carrying this as a pretty thing than as a weapon. And that's the almost a sort of, don't mess with me. You won't like it if you mess with me. But there's no need to mess with me, because we can do this, 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 and this. You know, there's a path forward from this King of Swords, that the threat of being able to cut something out is more important than actually cutting it out. Because although we've got the Death card here, I'm rather feeling that that is more about change. It's more about removing blocks, like going through that portal of the Three of Swords, because it is clarified immediately by the world. Things are going to change quite dramatically here. All dependent on you making the first move and going, right, let's put this matter, whatever it is, to rest once and for all, because there is pleasure at the end of this path for you. I've got the Devil card here, but I'm feeling like it's more of an adrenaline hit than sort of negative behaviors, addictions, all that sort of thing, because it's clarified here by the Empress. So it's time to let the barriers go a little bit. Yeah, you need to define them and go, by the way, there's my barrier. Now, you can step over it nicely, politely, and I will welcome you. Step out, try to force your way through it. That's it. You're through. And because of your initial using your skills, using your wisdom, there is a new beginning, a new level coming to you where you suddenly go, this is where I want to progress with this, because I feel like before you couldn't see through that portal. It was just a path winding into the darkness, and you're like going, yeah, do I really want to go down there? But by setting foot down there, you actually find, there's actually some really interesting stuff down here that's making me feel good about myself, making me control my emotions, be in mastery of my emotions, and the world is turning too. So, yes, make the first move. Try to put an end to whatever it is. I mean, it's swords. I'm assuming it's some form of conflict and argument. But try to put an end to it. And even though it's almost like with this Three of Swords, oh, I don't really want to. Do I really want to go through there? Yeah, why not? Because there is so much new stuff, mysteries to be solved or mysteries to be enjoyed, I think is I'm not promising solutions to all the mysteries, but I'm saying that there is some mysteries that make you go, oh, that's really nice. And that you don't have to be so forceful. But bear in mind, just one thing to take on board here, with the Six of Wands facing backwards, make sure any victory that you score isn't actually one step forward, two steps back. Okay, so like I say, restraint is probably not restraint in charging forward, but restraint against cutting things out is probably best advised. So hopefully your next reading, which will be your monthlies and your full moon reading, this storyline will have disappeared. I hope so, because it seems like with it having appeared from reading to reading, it must be tiresome by now. So now's your chance to finish it off. So if this means anything to you, Aquarius, comment down below. Please press subscribe while you're there. And stay tuned for your monthlies, your full moon reading when they come out. There's a little playlist that'll appear here in a couple of minutes with all your Aquarius readings put into it. So in the meantime, enjoy. Happy New Year. Cheers.